What's going on, everybody? This is Virus Brandon from the Spigot Minecraft community, and I'm here to show you yet another demonstration of my Bottomless Chest inventory management software. There are three base commands. There's /c, /chest, and /bchest. And I have that many base commands because I'm taking into account that you might be running another inventory management plugin that uses one of those base commands. The odds of you using all three of those commands are pretty much 0. So let's get started. This is my bottomless chest, and for those of you who have never seen this software before, bottomless chests will create an inventory based on your permissions of anywhere from 1 to 1,000 rows, or 7,000 slots of space is the maximum, which technically could be unlimited, but for the sake of hard drive space, I have put a hard limit of the number of rows that users can get. So as you can see, I have scroll bars here. I've got a trash bin, so if I want to get rid of some stuff, I can either do this, drag and drop it into the trash. One second here, let me enable it. Getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop these here. They appear in the trash. If I don't want to throw those items away, I can send them back. Or if I have a bunch of things I want to throw away, I can shift and right click to quickly send items to the trash bin. Items that I didn't want to throw away, again, click on them to send them back, and then the rest you can just empty the trash can. This is the confirmation window. You got to press confirm to permanently delete items. You cannot recover items once you have confirmed on this window, or cancel to back out. This menu that I was playing with earlier is called the admin menu. This red area here is exit to go back to your chest or wherever you came from. You have several options on the top here. You can toggle your file read and write. With this most recent version of Bottomless Chest, when you change this option changes as well. And the reason for that is because if these two options are not congruent, you're going to have issues with file read and write, which used to be an issue in an older version, but is no longer an issue in this version. You have the action bar toggle. You have three options: temporary display, so that the action bar down there goes away, and it will only open back up whenever you perform actions on your chest, such as changing something, scrolling through it. Whenever the chest has to update, that's when the action bar will appear on temporary display. Or if you don't want to see the action bar at all, maybe because you're using the action bar for a different plugin, you can just straight up delete it. Disable it. And then, of course, this other option here is solid display, where it stays up all the time. And auto item pickup, you have two options. You have enabled or disabled. There used to be on full inventory, but that didn't work because the item pickup event that exists in Spigot does not trigger when your inventory doesn't have any space down here. So I'm going to go ahead and I already have game mode 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pick myself up a pickaxe here, and I'm going to enchant it like crazy. And I'm going to go over here and mine some stuff. And alright, so you can see I'm not dropping any items. Take that back. Has to be enabled in order for that to work. Right, so see how my chest used percentage is gradually increasing because it's automatically collecting those items and putting those into my chest automatically. Another thing is that if I drop these items on the ground, it's automatically going to pick those items up and put them into my chest. That's how that works. And essentially that feature is going to work all the way up until your chest is 100% filled. The next option I'm going to show you is the universal items, which means that no matter what world I teleport to, these items are going to be available. I'm just going to go ahead and put a few of these items. Just a few. Alright. In my inventory. And then I'm going to go ahead and teleport to, like, World Nether. If I can spell it right. Apparently not. Okay, so I'm in this world, and universal items is enabled. Okay, so now it's per world items, which means that as soon as I multiverse TP back to world, these items are unavailable. And I can put these here, and then I can teleport back to World Nether. And as you can see, these items are available because they belong to the Nether world now, and these belong to World. So I'm going to once again go back to World, And as you can see, these are available and these are not. If you don't want that setting, just disable it, and that will enable those items. Scroll bar, which this scroll bar right here, the up and down scroll bar, can be configured. If you want to go more than one row for left click, more or less 6 rows for right click, or less than 100 rows for shift click, you can go in here and you can increase that. That's for left click. You can change that. Right click, I can change that. Make sure, and then I can decrease that or change that for shift click. So everything can be changed in this software. Next thing is the trash bin. Do I want this to be enabled, or do I want items to be destroyed immediately? With that option enabled, not only can I not access it, but any items that were placed in the trash bin after I enable that setting are not going to be held in the trash bin. Okay. This software also supports multiple languages, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my plugin directory here, Bottomless Chest, language. I have 2 languages right now, English and French, which are provided in the download. So I can change my language, excuse me, that's not even the right option. I can change my language to French, which I have those messages there because they're not translated yet, but they will be in future updates. And so my language is French, and then I can change it back to English, and all the text in the plugin and all the menus, everything change while the software is going. You don't have to reload the server or anything. The next thing we have is we have item loss ratio whenever you die. You can leave it at none, or you can set it to whatever percentage you like. The maximum percentage is 95%, and the minimum, of course, is 0%. And that just basically, when you die, you lose up to the set on death item loss percentage. These items here allow you to change the this here allows you to change the icon that you see for these buttons. So the green button changed to stairs. Personally, I like the barrier far better. There you go. So I changed that back. The no button, just like you saw earlier, when the buttons are red, it changes that. And then for this, the trash button can also be changed. So you can change just about anything you want while the software is going, and you can also change the sounds that are made. So like, let's go with that. So I just changed the sound that is made when the chest is open. See, everything can be changed while the software is going. Same thing for when you scroll. I can change it to that. Alright. Okay. And then the trash sound, I can also change that. Alright, change that back. And then the last thing I got to show you here is the information about the software. That just shows you a little bit of summary information about it. And then, oh yes, there's one more thing here. There's a sorting option so that, see, I have all these spaces. I can sort them by item ID or item name. So if I sort them by item ID, close my chest, everything's lined up by item ID. And then by material name, sorts it differently. And the material name is not your custom set name, because not every item has a custom set name. If it doesn't have a display name, it's very simple. It can bug the software. It's very difficult for me to check for that. So I'm going to sort by item ID, close the chest, reopen it, and the items are sorted differently now. You can disable it if you want, and then another option is maintenance mode. So these are the 2 chests that I have saved on Bottomless Chests right now, which I have my saving set to UUID. You can also set it for names as well. Right, so, excuse me. So I have 2 chests. I have my chest, and then I have just another test account chest, which that player's not online. I'm online. You can't do anything in this menu until maintenance mode is enabled, which you click here to enable maintenance mode, and I can inventory see my chest, or I can go in, and this player's offline, but I can load this offline chest. So if you're a staff member of a server and you suspect foul play where players have items in their chest that you probably think they shouldn't have, You can go in here. Well, you know, my server only gives you up to an iron pickaxe, so this guy shouldn't have a diamond pickaxe, so screw that. So now his chest is back offline again. If I load it back up, of course everything saves like it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and disable that, and it takes me back to my chest instead of back to the person I was inventory seeing, because it's no longer online, and trying to access that inventory would result in an unresponsive inventory because, of course, the chest was unloaded. So I have there's been a lot of things for me to talk about for this version. Every subsequent demonstration of this software that I have released has led to a longer video because there's more stuff for me to show. I actually have even one more thing yet to show you guys. So what I'm going to do is another thing you can do is you can craft yourself a bottomless chest by surrounding the crafting table with diamond blocks, putting a ender chest in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and set a double chest down here or a single chest. It doesn't really matter. And in item bridging works just like this. You right click to move items from your chest into a regular outside storage. So then if you want to move those items back, if you want to quickly raid a chest, all you got to do is crouch and right click, takes those back, puts those items into your chest, just like that. It's so easy. Now, it also supports single chests as well. So you now have a full single chest, and I'm going to get those items back, and those 27 items were put back into my chest. I pretty much think that concludes my demonstration. If you guys want to pick this software up, it's still really cheap. The more popular my software becomes, more than likely I will increase the price in the future, but I'll just decide on that as we'll take things one step at a time. Go ahead and purchase Bottomless Chests on Spigot for, personally, I think pennies on the dollar, and unlock the power of a real inventory management system. Drop player vaults, guys. Get the inventory management system that is Bottomless Chest. Y'all have a good day.